just to recap, we're still busy with unit 3, so we're going to focus on the practicals and the examples during this session first. So I'm just going to run through a couple of things. So we're busy with unit 3, as I mentioned, and chapters 3, 4, 5 and chapter 5 of the Green Book, which is Maritz and Siegli. So we've basically done all the theory. We had that last theory class just before the break. So what we're going to do now is actually do some examples that will assist you in how to do the calculations and so on. So I'm going to run through everything. So you will need Appendix 1. That is posted on Blackboard. You will see the examples that I'm going to put on now follows this route of examples. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so the first set of examples in your appendix, you will see it is the property and construction guide. Just note it's the old one, it's the bluish cover that you will see, and not this black one, but it's the same, exactly the same item. So I'm not going to go through all of this, just go through this introduction, make sure that you do understand it. We did do it in class, but the main thing about this document is that it's all about the specifications, wall to floor ratios, floor to ceiling heights, that's important, plumbing, mechanical and electrical work, splits is there, construction areas, internal subdivisions, parking, and so on. All of these items play a big role in the actual cost or estimate of the building. So just go through that, and remember to that you at least understand the following examples of case A and case B. Okay, so here's the example. It is exactly as in your book, so you can go through that and make sure that you do understand this. Okay, so case B, doing the same calculations. You will remember what we did in class. Okay, and then I get to a very important thing. I think I did mention it before in one of our lectures, is basically how to add VAT and how to subtract VAT. It may seem as a very simple thing, but it's actually not that simple, because how do you subtract 15% of an item that already has 15% on it? So basically, let's start with an apple. So this is my best sketch of an apple that I could do. So here's your little apple, which is 100%. So you add to this 100% a 15% VAT you calculate what your VAT is. So you times your 100% with 150 or with 15% to calculate what the 15% would be. So this is equal to 15% on this side. So what you do then have is an item which is 115%, so it's your apple plus the 15%. So what the mistake is that many people do is that if you times this with 15%, it's already got 15% included, so it's not 100% that you're timesing it with. It's 115% that you times with 15% to get a 15% of 115. So I think on the next slide it's illustrated nicely, but it's basically what you do have here is you're getting a answer of 115 over 100. Okay, so and not 15, so it's not the same as 15 over 100. Okay, and that's a very important thing to remember. Okay, good. So let's go to the next slide. So basically here's what I wrote out. So here you've got your apple, you times it with 15 over 100, which is 15%, and you get 15% on this side. So that's very good and well, no problems there. So but here you've got your 115 over 100. So if you times this with 15 over 100, you will get what we had in the previous slide, that small little apple with a even smaller little apple on that. So to get the right amount out of this, if you want to take this back to 100 and you want to get an item that you can subtract from this, if you want to calculate that, you need to times it with 100 over 115. So the easiest way is to use the total number, which is 115 here, and you want to take 15% out of it. Okay, so and then you times that, and then you get the full 15%, and then if you subtract this from this, you will get this. Okay, so that's why if you want to add 15% to this, you always use this item's base, which is 100, and in this case you use that base as 115. Okay, so that is basically how it's going to work. So yes, so that is how this one basically works. So if you do want to get to a 100% of this item, if you want to calculate that, it's easy. So you've got your base, you still make it 115, so because it does include your 15% already, and then you just times it with 100 over that to get get back to 100, same as what you did here at this one, where you just added 15 over 115 to get your 15%. So please remember, this is the best way of calculating that, and not just by calculate or timesing this with 15%. Okay, so play around with it, see that you're familiar with it, so that you don't lose 1 or 2 marks because of this little simple thing that might be underestimated. Okay, so okay, I'm going to stop the video here, and just to keep it as short as possible, and then I'm going to start with the example 1.